Ladies and gents, welcome back. There is no end to the vitriol from the far left, especially after the Freedom Convoy took place last February in our nation's capital in Ottawa, Ontario. Now, that showed that there was so much support against mandates. There was support from people all over the world in the tens and tens of millions showing their support, because these are things that are happening in their own countries, and this is why the support is growing. But now we have the retributions taking place, and I have this story brought to my attention from Dave from Live from the Shed. Convoy driver and Councilman Harold Jonkers told by City Council that he must calculate all donations he received in Ottawa, including free coffee, and give that amount to West Lincoln Community Care within 60 days. Now, what are they on about? Well, this is an article from the Herald today. West Lincoln Councillor Councillor broke code of conduct during Freedom Convoy. Integrity Commissioner issues report on Harold Jonker. Or is it Yonker? I'm not sure. Leading figure in the protest convoy that occupied downtown Ottawa over the winter. An integrity commissioner investigation found that West Lincoln Council Harold Jonker broke the code of conduct during his role in the Freedom Convoy in Ottawa earlier this year. Well, this is interesting. The report published on July 12th found that Jonker broke two sections of the code of conduct, one requiring a duty of loyalty to residents and another regarding the acceptance of gifts or benefits. Hold on. So they're just coming to this conclusion now? They didn't try to pursue this before? Wait, perhaps they did. Well, here's an article from CBC from back in February, where West Lincoln votes against investigating Ontario councillor who took part in Ottawa protest. Police say no charges laid after a welcome back parade for Harold Jonker on Monday. I might be saying this wrong. It might be Yonker. Councillors in the Niagara area township of West Lincoln, Ontario, have voted against asking the local integrity commissioner to investigate whether Councilman Harold Yonker violated his code of conduct by taking part in anti-mandate protests around Parliament Hill. An investigation proposed by Councillor William Riley and Cheryl Gannon would have also looked into a welcome back party that saw a long line of trucks and other vehicles honk and parade through the town Monday night. Wait, the town was celebrating the fact that he was coming back from supporting the Freedom Convoy? Oh boy, this is not looking good. So here we go. They voted against it. They voted against going after him. But lo and behold, all these months and months and months later, they held on to their revenge, and they just held on to it, and they just stewed on it and simmered on it and plotted their revenge. And here they are. Here they are all these months later on July 12th coming out with their new plan. On Monday, July 18th, West Lincoln Council received a report and voted to penalize Yonker for his actions. The investigation carried out by Toronto law firm Arid and Barrels LLP found that the councillor was a vocal representative and leader of the convoy, including after the point the protest was deemed unlawful, meaning the councillor was no longer able to fulfill his duty of loyalty to residents. It found that Jonker was described as the head of the Niagara convoy and claimed he was among the first group of trucks to reach Parliament Hill on January 28th. He was described as, I don't know if he describes himself as, Jonker said he did not go to Ottawa as a councillor, but rather as a truck driver and company owner to support what he believed to be a peaceful, lawful demonstration. And I can't disagree with that. If you're a member of council, you're a representative at all times of the council, said Josh Mascarin, partner at Aired and Barrels LLP. Now, I don't think he'll ever eat those words. I don't think he's ever done anything horrible, and I don't think anyone would ever find anything about him that he has done in his personal time that, because he's representing at all times under his own opinion, could. But I digress on that one. Responding to the investigation, Jonker, I don't know how to pronounce this. As a representative, I choose to represent the residents who are being negatively affected by the lockdowns and mandates. The investigation choose to accept that meant he was representative of the township. Jonker was also deemed to have breached the section of the code that prohibits the acceptance of gifts or benefits. In commitments to media at the time, the councillor confirmed he accepted gifts of fuel and food during the demonstrations, they claim. Right? Gifts of coffee. Hey, would you like a coffee? You got to declare that. Did you declare your coffee? Did you declare that Timmy's that somebody brought you? The investigation invited Jonker to outline the gifts or benefits he received, but he did not reply, allowing the investigation to find that the councillor did accept gifts or benefits. Maybe they got a picture of him sipping on a coffee that maybe he didn't purchase himself. Jonker said that he missed the email sent to his township email account and criticized the investigators for not following up to check he received it before accepting that the lack of response was his fault. Yeah, that's a good point. That is a good point. However, Mascarin said that it was convenient that Jonker was only raising the missed email in the council meeting and was attempting to undermine their process and procedure, which was correctly followed since February, since they've been trying to go after this man, unfortunately. If he's missing emails, it's a big problem, I'll be honest. I thought he was ignoring us with the one single email. At the council meeting, Jonker claimed he did not receive any gifts or benefits as part of his role as councillor, but rather as a truck driver. He did not personally receive any lodging or fuel, but received coffee, hamburgers, bacon, and eggs. Here we go, folks. We're going after... Seriously. Received coffee, hamburger, bacon, and eggs. We're going after bacon and eggs, folks. This is where we've gotten to in this campaign against going after people who involved themselves in the Freedom Convoy. He said it would be impossible for him to quantify the amount of food he received during the demonstration, which Mascarin countered by saying that as a councillor, he should have kept track. You better keep track of every single coffee, donut, slice of bacon, because bacon is denominated in slices, mind you. Hamburgers can be denominated as whole hamburgers, fortunately. And eggs, I think, I have to double check, but it may be in denominations of eggs or whole amounts of scrambled eggs denominated in grams, I believe. We do go under the metric system here in Canada. So in closing, Jonker said, "We do not live in a country where we're not allowed to protest, or some of us are not allowed to protest against what we believe and understand to be wrong or harmful in our country. It is still heart-wrenching and very tough for me when people come up to me still to this day and thank me as a truck driver for saving their life, for giving them hope," he continued. Council voted to reprimand the councillor, constituting in denouncement of Jonker's actions, and suspend his remuneration for 30 days. In action, Jonker is required to account for the gifts and benefits he received and to reimburse those, since Jonker said it would be impossible to reimburse the food gifts. Councillor William Riley suggested donations to the West Lincoln Community Care. These two votes accepted by the report as determining the penalties carried 5-1, with Mayor Dave Bilsma opposed. Chris Pickles is a local journalism initiative reporter at Niagara This Week, and he wrote this article. Now, the family and friends of Harold Jonker, somebody help me in the comments, put this out here. He was penalized by the council for being a part of the Freedom Convoy. He's being accused of accepting gifts of personal gain, coffee gain, that personal coffee gains. Nothing could be further from the truth, but in response, let's turn the other cheek and take these penalties and turn them into something good. It's a rally as a Freedom family. Let's rally as a Freedom family and donate more to the West Lincoln community could ever be given. Could even imagine receiving. Let's give them a taste of what the Ottawa community received. We'll all deliver it in style. And there's a few there's a few addresses where people can give these out. You can pause the screen and send donations to this. They're accepting canned goods. This isn't money donations that they're asking for. Canned meat, fish, peanut butter, jelly, hot and cold cereals, juice. They want canned goods. What you would go to a can drive or a food drive for helping the homeless, helping the less fortunate. This is what they're asking for. Give this out in response to this just unprecedented. I've never heard anything like this. Councillor Jonker, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but holy cow, what kind of story is this? But this is what we're dealing with. This is absolutely what we're dealing with in this day and age, where people are going to come back with their vitriol and try to punish people for their good deeds. No good deed goes unpunished in this new Canada that we have here. It seems that the average people don't seem to follow where councils and council members are sitting. And even when the council dismisses something, well, they'll just keep coming. They'll just keep pushing until they can bring that punishment. So let's show what kind of support we can give. Let's all say some good things about Mr. Harold Jonkers. Somebody in the comments tell me how I'm pronouncing this wrong and how it's pronounced properly. But that's all I have for you on this video this morning. Wanted to get this information out to you as soon as I could. Anyway, we'll see you in the next one. Keep on trucking.